So anytime I talk to students about joining the food science pathway here in Lubbock ISD, I ask them, do you like to eat food? And that's a pretty obvious connector that, everybody loves to eat. And so we look at red meat here in the meat lab primarily, but we also look at a lot of dairy science as well. So looking at, milk, ice cream, butter, cheese, that sort of thing. So I think when you frame it like that as a connector that brings people together, that's a great way to get people kind of into the door of the food science pathway, and there's a whole host of opportunities that follow. So my food technology and safety, we do the AMSA Meat Culinary Selection and Safety Certification through the American Meat Science Association. And then my food processing, we do the Food Science and Safety Certification. It's a little more science-based, and it's a little bit more challenging. And that's simply because food processing is more of an upper level course, and so those students kind of have a fundamental understanding of everything by then. There's a lot of different pathways students can take post-graduation. You don't have to have a college degree to work in the meat and food science industries at all. You can work, for meat packers. We look at the big four, Cargill, Tyson, National Beef, JBS. And you can be a food safety quality manager. You can work, different parts of the plant, fabrication, harvesting, all sorts of things that have to do with that. To have a facility this new, this nice, this spacious, functional, and to have the food science part right next there where we can take literally product from our meat lab, smoke it in our smokehouse, have our students try it, look at different quality differences, and students be able to taste the difference within the same class period under the same roof is phenomenal. I think it just shows the investment that the community has in a program like this, and the strong need for students to go into something along this pathway. There's a lot of opportunity in the industry of meat science and food safety and food science because the reality is people always need to eat, and people want to make sure their food is well cared for. It's a safe and wholesome product, and there's lots of challenges with that. And so if you have any inclination of learning more about agriculture or where your food comes from, or there's lots of job opportunities, there's lots of good money to be made in the meat and food science industries. And so nonetheless, you can either figure out if it's for you, and if it's not, both are great things to figure out this young. But if anything else, you come out of this class as a more educated consumer, which speaks volumes and is probably worth well its weight when it comes to you preparing food for your family one day.